515 Real podcast, man. We got my man in the house with us, Ghon BOMB. What's going on?
What's going on, baby? Good to see you, man.
Love you, man.
Welcome
yes,
back. Welcome back.
Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Yes,
man.
sir. Man. What's
The
up,
big one,
man?
not the little
Yeah,
one.
that's
For those, this is my partner right here, man. We've been rocking for a minute. You know, we've had him on the show before, but now we're here at the Independent Cinema in Huntsville for B.O.M.B Cinema, man. So, man, how's the things been going with B.O.M B Cinema, man? We've been up here I've been up here a few times, man, and it's been an experience every time I've come in.
I love it. I can't complain about anything. I think some have been more attended than others, but that's to be expected. But more than anything, the actual culture is catching on. Like, people are coming specifically for this. Every episode, it's like more authentic conversations. I've seen friendships form. I've seen, you know, all types of things happening here, man. So I love it.
And if you guys don't know, like, we've got Frankie Beverly playing in the background right now. And like every time you come here, it's definitely an experience. And you have the music going and people are dancing and just having fun and vibing out, man. Like, just like, how has that been? Like, just seeing like everything that you talked about just coming to fruition.
It's the only way I can describe it is like when a child is born. You know what I mean? Like, you have expectations, but it's not until you actually see them. But it's just everything, man. And for me, the biggest victory is you look around and people ain't even on their phones. Unless they're exchanging information or taking pictures. But for the most part, people are living in the moment. It's just 100% authentic. It's conversations. And that's what I was just trying to do, is take it back to an era of real, authentic, you know, social. That's why I call it social cinema.
Social cinema,
We're getting back to, you know, actually just enjoying each other more than our devices.
Yeah, man, I know when I came up for Coming to America, I mean, that was an experience in itself, man, because Coming to America is my favorite film. Bruce and I had the opportunity to be your panel guests.
Yes.
And just to be in the theater, man, and listening to the audience, you know, talk back to the screen, you know, vibe along with the movie, and then the experience after.
That's it. The after is where it's at. Like, I love the movies. I love being able to play a little bit and DJ, but it's that after party for everybody. It's that conversation. It's the nobody, you know, we start off with the panel, but you know, after a while, we're all the panel.
That's right.
And so that's the part that a lot of the testimonials are speaking to. People just like, they love just being in a room where everybody can talk freely. You know, we learned some things during you guys' experience and helped it grow. And so, you know, I really just want to give y'all props, man. Thank y'all for coming out and supporting.
Appreciate it.
Man, it's a pleasure, man. I mean, and the conversation itself, I mean, Coming to America is a very funny movie.
Right.
But the conversation after went deep. It went very deep, man. I mean, that right there to me was like something that, you know, we brought out different aspects of what people saw in the movie and how they saw people being portrayed in the movie, and had real dialogue after that.
And it got even deeper with Friday and Boomerang.
Boomerang,
You know, and so it's like, that's what I'm saying. Every time we do it, it gets a little bit deeper, because you have some people who might have came to 1, then 3, or 2, 4, you know, 3, 4, 5. And so people are getting more comfortable. But I mean, we took Friday and turned that into a whole situation where we talked about, you know, Debo and Craig. What was the difference between them coming from the same community, having a 2-parent home? Why was Felicia and her sister, you know, why was one a crackhead and one was the good girl? And it was just about, you know, we talked about the crack epidemic, the lack of resources in communities with crack versus, you know, when meth hit or when opioids hit, there was all these resources.
That's right.
So it taps into a lot of different things, and that's what I'm really loving about it.
So tonight we're here to watch The Wood.
The Wood, yes,
The Wood, man.
So again,
that was one of my
classic
favorite
film. A classic film. We've talked about it on the podcast before. So why The Wood?
A couple of different reasons. Coming of age, it's a summer fun kind of thing. You know, for me, it was like, you know, trying to transition. Started off heavy with the comedy with House Party, Coming to America. The goal is to eventually get to some stuff that's pretty heavy hitting. But, you know, trying to wean people away from some of that. So it's just like The Wood, you're trying to now touch on, it started with Boomerang. It took us into a different relationship era, seeing us in some different lenses. So The Wood touches, like me and Bruce, for example. How can you be someone's friend as a child, but then also, you know, as a grown man also, and like, what does it take to maintain those relationships? Just all the different aspects of it, you know, the lack of wise counsel in certain communities. But, you know, at the end of the day, banging soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always going to be a banging soundtrack. It's just, but it brings us into the summer fun era.
So I got to ask you this question.
Mm.
Now, when we did a Be Kind Rewind on the wood,
Yeah.
I asked Johnny this question. So I got to ask you, have you ever had any Big Mike moments?
I've already talked to my lawyer, and he'd advised me to plead the fifth. So
Plead the fifth. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have talked to my lawyer
Said,
before.
I'm
we
good
used that.
Yeah, yeah. My lawyer was watching y'all. Be Kind Rewind. So
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Don't answer that.
Watch your mouth.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Now, out of the friends, who would you consider yourself to be?
I would say kind of Mike because I moved around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had the Big Mike moments.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. But and I'm gonna touch on that here tonight.
Okay.
About that aspect. That's kind of why I have my panel the way I do, because there's someone on the panel who comes from a similar background as myself, as a military brat.
Gotcha.
So, and if you've ever been from a southern route and then you had to move to somewhere that's more city, there's always like a stigma around that.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
So I said, if anybody, it was Mike because of that, because coming from, smaller town and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what would you say to those who have not had a chance to experience Bomb Cinema yet?
Hey, come on out. Like, don't be afraid. I get a lot of people with I missed and I wish, and it's like, come on and get it. It's for you. It's for all of us.
That's right.
That's why it's bringing our memories back. It's not, don't get distracted with the bomb being part of my name. It's just the fact that it's ours. It's a communal thing. So it's just like, come on and get you some. If you haven't been yet, it's no shame. It's an amnesty-free zone. If you've never seen the movies, don't feel like you got to know the movies.
No judgment.
Just come watch a good movie with some good people and have a good time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, how can people find out more information about B.O.M.B Cinema and how often you're doing this?
So I do it monthly. I say the best way is to just check out my Instagram.
Yep.
Ghon BOMB. So John, spelled very crazy. We'll talk about that a different time. Ghon BOMB. At Ghon BOMB on Instagram. That's where I keep the majority of that for right now.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
All
Well,
right.
John, man, we appreciate you joining us, man.
No
As
doubt.
always, you're my brother.
Hey, man, welcome
for sure.
back. Yeah,
Always glad
you
to
have
be
a great
back, man.
time.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man.
All right.
Ghon BOMB, Bomb Cinema, everyone.